So the $60 million question is, can you own property in the Philippines? And as of an update on January 2023, foreign individuals or entities are generally prohibited from owning land in the Philippines except in the following cases. So those cases are going to be identified in the video, and then I'm going to kind of go over them a little bit with you at the end. So enjoy the film. I'll catch you on the backside.
If you're an expatriate with a dream of owning property in the Philippines, you may have wondered about the legalities and possibilities. The good news is that while foreigners are generally prohibited from owning land, there are legitimate avenues to make your property ownership dreams a reality. One of the main things about moving abroad is which part of your destination country you'll call home. The Philippines is home to a large and welcoming community of expatriates who enjoy the low cost of living. Inviting beaches, beautiful flora and fauna, tropical climate, and friendly locals, to name just a few of the amenities. The country attracts more than just tourists. There are a lot of factors to consider before you make that trek. Do you want to be close to all the hustle and bustle when living abroad? Or do you truly want to leave it all behind and live without any hassles? If you want to be in the center of it all, consider major cities like Quezon City, which has a population of nearly 3 million people. Manila, the capital city with about 1.8 million, is one of the most densely populated cities in the world. Cebu City for its beautiful tourist destinations. Finally, Davao City at 1.6 million, is one of the country's tourism centers. These cities, along with other major metropolises, have the perks you come to expect, including restaurants, nightlife, and entertainment right at your fingertips. There are also plenty of markets, as well as access to healthcare facilities. But remember, with all of these amenities come a lot of traffic and big crowds. Perhaps you've had enough of city life, and would rather try something a little less urban. Tagaytay is a popular destination for tourists both domestic and foreign. Situated in the mountainous region, it's known as one of the country's summer capitals because of its cooler climate. The total population is about 71,000, and there is a lot to do, from golf courses and other outdoor activities. Dumaguete, on the other hand, is a bit larger, with a population of more than 113,000. It's a principal seaport and has great beaches. Housing makes up a large percentage of the budget. While many expats rent, it may be more cost-effective to buy, particularly if you're planning to stay in the country for more than a few years. In general, foreigners are prohibited from owning land in the Philippines, but they can legally own a residence. Here are your options in owning properties in the Philippines. Buying a condo. Perhaps the easiest option is to purchase a condominium, a hybrid type of ownership that falls outside traditional structures. With traditional property, you own the structure, plus the land on which it sits. If you buy a condo, however, you only own the condo unit itself, not the land beneath it. The Philippine Condominium Act specifies that foreigners can own condominium units, as long as 60% of the units in the building are owned by Filipinos. Philippine Laws and Jurisprudence Databank. Republic Act No. 4726. Remember, there are things you need to consider if you're going to buy a condo in the Philippines. Just like anywhere else, you will have condo fees to pay every month. And based on where you live, you may have to share the amenities like the pool, gardens, and common outdoor spaces. The best thing you can do is not to wing it. Do an on-site inspection and a complete walk-through of the property before you purchase. After all, you don't want any surprises when you make your big move. Buying a house. Foreigners can legally own houses and other types of buildings, but they are prohibited from owning the land on which it sits. To work around this, you can buy a freestanding house but lease the property. Under the Investors Lease Act of the Philippines, a foreign national can enter into a lease agreement with a Filipino landowner. For a long-term lease with an initial period of up to 50 years, with a one-time option to renew for 25 years. Of course, the purchase price will depend on where you buy. The closer you are to a major city, the higher the price. The average price per square foot in a city center nationally is about $207.50, making a 1,200 square foot home $249,000. If you choose to live outside the city, it's roughly $119 per square foot, meaning that same-sized home costs just under $143,300. The average interest rate for a 20-year fixed-rate mortgage is about 7.1% nationally. Consider hiring a local agent before you buy someone who deals exclusively with expats. This person can guide you through the process and help you avoid costly mistakes. You will, naturally, have to pay a fee for the service, but it may be well worth the investment. Marry a Filipina. If you are married to a Filipino citizen, you can buy property in your spouse's name. While your name won't be on the title, it can be included in the contract to buy the property. If you are legally separated, or your spouse passes away, the land can't be transferred to you because you are still prohibited from owning land. But you'll have a reasonable amount of time to sell the property and collect the proceeds. Otherwise, the property will pass to your spouse's heirs and/or relatives. Buying through a company. Corporations can own land in the Philippines, provided Filipino citizens own 60% or more of the company. The rest can be owned by a foreign partner or partners. Corporations that meet this equity stake requirement must be registered with the Government Board of Investment. For permission to buy, sell or act as an intermediary in a real estate transaction. As a foreigner, the largest piece of residential land you can own, either with your Filipino spouse or through a corporation, is 1,000 square meters of urban land, just under a quarter acre or 1 hectare, or about 2.5 acres of rural land. Natural-born Filipino foreigner. If you were born a natural-born Filipino but later acquired foreign citizenship, you still have the opportunity to own land in the Philippines. The 1987 Constitution acknowledges the right of natural-born Filipinos who hold dual citizenship or have acquired foreign citizenship to retain ownership of land. However, there are restrictions on the size of land that can be acquired for residential or business purposes. This provision enables you to maintain your connection to your Filipino heritage while enjoying the privileges of your dual nationality. Remember that property laws may evolve over time, so staying updated is crucial. At the end of the day, it's still best to seek professional advice from experts well-versed in Philippine property laws to ensure compliance and so you can make informed decisions. Don't forget your safety. One of the most important things you'll have to consider in the Philippines or anywhere abroad for that matter is your safety. As of August 2021, the U.S. State Department has issued a Level 3 travel advisory related to the Philippines because of COVID-19, as well as crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. As of August 2021, the State Department issued travel advisories urging people not to travel to the Sulu archipelago and the Sulu Sea because of terrorism and kidnappings, while another one advised against travel to Marawi City in Mindanao, as the federal government initiated martial law against insurgent groups. A third warning was issued for travelers to other areas of Mindanao due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. To conclude, just like anywhere in the world, property prices vary greatly in the Philippines, depending on location, size, condition, and features. In most cases, though, you can expect to get a lot more house for your money than you would back home. Think brand new beachfront condo, for example, for less than $100,000. Once you pick the general area where you want to settle down, it can be helpful to work with an experienced real estate agent who can show you various properties, help narrow down your choices and provide general guidance throughout the process. Your agent can also help you understand the rules regarding property ownership, and what you can and can't purchase as a foreigner. When purchasing a home overseas, conduct the transaction in a way that will protect your property rights. In the U.S., homebuyers receive title to the property, but this distinction may not be as clear in every country or even in every corner of a country. To help ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible, and to protect your rights, consult with an experienced real estate professional and an attorney. With all this in mind, you can confidently explore the diverse real estate opportunities available in the Philippines. From breathtaking beachfront properties to vibrant urban spaces, the country offers a range of options to suit your preferences. All these make the Philippines an ideal affordable retirement destination. A life of comfort on these islands won't quickly deplete your retirement funds. This is one reason many foreigners are retiring in this country, dubbed as the Pearl of the Orient Seas. Add the fact that the country has a flourishing real estate market.
So to kind of reiterate what I said earlier and then what the video kind of explained to you is yes, foreigners can generally buy property in the Philippines, but only under certain restrictions and limitations. That's the nail on the head. The restrictions and limitations. Now, if you want to buy a condo here in the Philippines, no problem, provided that the owners of the condominium building is owned by 60% of a Filipino person. You can lease land. So I've met a couple of couples, husband and wife, where they leased the property out in the province for 50 years with another 25-year additional. And the land is in her name if you're married to a Filipina. But God forbid she should pass over. You, being the husband, have so much time to get rid of that land and recover the proceeds. Or, and here's a part that I don't like, say she passes before you, the land would go to her side of the family. It's not divided equally among the family and you. It would go to her side of the family. And then the third person that can buy own property, and that would be an investment property or a corporation. But again, they got to have a partner in that corporation that is 60% owner of that corporation. So, like I said, it was a little complicated. Personally, I don't know. You guys are probably going to hear a lot of JRC, which is JR Consultancy. They will help you with your extensions, immigration services. JR is also in the real estate business where he does appraisals, and he ends up, he's a real estate agent that can help you with any questions or answers that he can give you and ask you. So JRC, and you'll see them in Facebook. You'll hear their name a lot when you're trying to go through immigration. So he happens to be the third largest consultancy company for immigration in the entire country of the Philippines. So you might want to write that down, JR Consultancy. And I will catch you on the next round of videos. Be safe.